Welcome back. You are watching The Core, coming to you live from television studios of Channels Television here in Abuja. You can join the conversation on our social media handle if you are watching at home. On Twitter, it is at Channels TV or at Kadria Ahmed. Please use the hashtag NGTheCore, and also join us on Facebook, and it's at Channels Forum. We are talking nation building, and what I'd like to do now is to bring in members of our audience. I'd like to start by getting comments on the discussions we've had so far, starting perhaps with the gentleman in blue. Sir, please tell us who you are. Give us your comments. Thank you very much.
My name is Lam-Adeshina. I represent the very good people of Ibadan, Southeast and Northeast Federal Constituency. I'm a member of the Nigerian House of Reps. I would like to start by throwing a question to the former House of Reps member. I want an analysis of what you think about the 8th National Assembly and the National Assembly that you participated in. Since we're talking about nation building and the progress we have made so far, I would like to know if the National Assembly is progressing. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, he wants a scorecard for himself and his colleagues. I mean, if we're talking nation building, how are our lawmakers doing? How are our lawmakers doing?
Well, you are doing very well. I will say that. But, you know, of course, the salary I earned is different from what you're earning now. So that's the number one difference. Then, of course, you have had the benefit of the experience, you know, I mean, of the experience of the institution. When we walked into the House of Representatives in 1999, we were, I mean, basically, we started afresh, so to speak. We had nothing to fall back on, so we kind of struggled through. And then I think we tried our best. We had great leadership, Alhaji Gali Naba, Masari, and others. So
okay.
We've come a long way. The House is doing well, but there's room for improvement. That's all I'm saying.
Is the National Assembly, in your view, doing well? We are talking institutional building as part of building.
I think they can do better, but I think that I like the resilience and the resistance of these current lawmakers.
Right.
I like the fact that they're not working according to the whims and the caprice of the executive. I like the fact that they understand that the legislature and the judiciary should be the last hope of the common man, so they cannot bow, you know, consistently to the aspirations of the executive.
Okay, so you got a pass.
But whether they're performing and representing their constituencies vis-a-vis in a commensurate manner to the amount of monies that is released to them individually, that was my good friend. I know he's doing exceptionally well in Oyo. I'd like to see more of his colleagues, you know, tell us, you know, report back to the citizens.
Very little time. I want to get back to the sort of bigger issue of what we're discussing. Audience, the gentleman with the checkered shirt behind. Yes, please. Tell us who you are, sir.
My name is Oyafe Gabriel. And I'm a development worker. I work a lot communities where we implement a lot of interventions that are supposed to kind of support what government is doing. And based on my experience in the field, really, there's a lot of disjoint between people.
We are having audio problems with the mics that are on the floor, so I'm just going to come back to my panel while they try to quickly rectify the problem. Now, part of the frustration when you talk to people about Nigeria is that it is big, it is complicated, it is huge, and you get a variety of views about what we're going to do. We have people who say, well, we have a foundational problem. If we don't fix it, you know, these are the issues. You get someone like this who says, let's tackle education. You've got people on this side who say, well, we've made some progress. What we need to do is build on the progress that we've made. And so we are where we are. In practical terms, if we're going to talk about getting to a country that we can all be proud of, what are the things that we need to do? I'm still not, you know, people debate these things all the time, and nobody seems to be able to sort of, if you like, give me a roadmap.
Redistribution of resources, government accountability. There's no way, you see, so in the situation where the same man clamors for bread and books, bread will always win. When people are hungry, they never make the right choices.
But who's going to make those changes if, according to by your own admission,
yes,
we have a ruling class that you say, you know, is basically
a ruling class that the citizens are refusing to hold accountable. A ruling class that has mastered...
Or do they have the ability to hold them accountable?
We do have the ability to hold the government accountable. But the point is that the people in government have mastered the art of keeping the rest of us, you know, of keeping us aground. They understand that people are hungry, and so they use the carrot and stick approach. So if you do not hold government accountable, if you don't eliminate corruption, if you don't redistribute resources, you cannot talk about... I think it's a bland political statement when you talk about, when you say that Nigeria must remain united. The ordinary people on the ground don't know anything about the substance of the concept of this unity. They don't really care that much. The woman in the market, the uneducated child in the village, they know nothing and they care not much about the unity of this country. What they worry more about is how they're going to live their daily lives and how they're going to survive. So the idea of unity is a helicopter view, almost like an echo chamber type of discussion that the elites are having.
Okay. You know, like I said, I will still remain consistent. Mine is the life of a nation is a very long one. At 57, we're a toddler. We will fall, we will hurt, we will break our legs.
What if we don't get up?
No, we will. We are getting up. We just mentioned now development within, you can see a trend that has just happened, 1999 and 2017. There is a clear positive trend in institutional development. Let me bring, for instance, before 1999, we never had a case of a governor being arraigned or a big civil servant being arraigned. It might look as being feeble. No, it might look as being feeble, but for the first time, no. For the first time in the history of our nation, people, even when they want to steal public resources, they're actually scared.
Okay, let me
they
bring
find
in
ways because of this. EFCC is there for you. The reason is because you lawyers know. It's because you lawyers always manipulate the law against this. That's why you cannot have convictions, and that is part of. And that is part of. No, this is part of the
hold on. Toyosi and Malam, please just give me a minute to.
Let's take things in context.
Okay, and I will come back. And I will come back to you, Toyosi. I will, I promise. But we've got the microphone.
Education, we spend 160 billion.
Please, please, let's have some order.